I want to have a conversation about who's America's enemies and who are our allies. So oftentimes, in order to figure out who your allies are, you have to figure out who your enemies are. So there's also another famous phrase that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So in order to understand who your allies are, your most staunch allies, we kind of got to figure out who our enemies are. And then if, all right, these people hate me, these people want to kill me, who are the people that hate those people? And we're going to have to kind of maybe work out a deal with those people. So this is a very interesting conversation that we're going to have here. Do you have that Chat GPT lists? There's 180 countries. And what I wanted to do was basically say, okay, who are America's top allies and who are our enemies? So right here is our top 10 allies. I don't even want to start there. I want to start at the very end. Who are our enemies?
Okay.
Okay, give me
So we're going to start at, I believe it's 180.
Yeah, one more down.
One more down. So here's America's top enemies. Now, what I don't want to do is put it in like, that's 176 and that's 177. So which, like, we get it. If you're towards the end, you're an enemy.
Right.
And if you're towards the front,
You're an ally.
you're an ally.
Okay.
So on this list, there's 4 countries that you see every time you talk about U.S. enemies. And in no particular order, you have North Korea, Iran, Russia, and China.
Yeah.
Take your pick on who's our main enemy. All right. Some people say it's North Korea. Some people say it's Iran. Right now, we're fighting a war against Russia, a proxy war with Ukraine. Okay. Is it China? Economic warfare. You know, China, we haven't had a hot war with China. We're definitely in sort of a cold war with China.
Right.
The tariffs, everything that Trump's got going on there, COVID, who knows? You're not going to go wrong picking any of those countries as your enemy.
Right.
But then you have other countries like Venezuela.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Not exactly a friend.
No.
Now there's a bunch of sort of African
South Sudan.
countries
Central
that
Africa.
basically we have no relationship with. They call it limited cooperation, strained relationships, complex and increasingly competitive relationships, hostile relationships, highly adversarial. These are some of the terms that we're using for our adversaries. But as they say, you don't make peace with your allies, you make peace with your enemies. So we'll see if we can make peace here.
Okay.
So this is the bottom of the barrel, it's the bottom of the list.
These are the enemies.
Now, what we'd also say is, all right, who are China's enemies? Who are Russia's enemies?
Yeah.
Who is North Korea's enemies?
Yeah, yeah.
Who are all these countries' enemies? Before we do that, let me just back up a second. So what I want to do is I want to show if there's 180, that means 90 would sort of be, all right, if you're at 90, you're kind of in the gray area. You're not our friend, not our ally, but you're not our enemy.
Right.
So I want you to go to the next list.
The before.
So starting at 140 to 160, let's say, what countries are on that list? Right there. So you have Eritrea, Cuba, Sudan, Zimbabwe, Burundi,
Lebanon.
Syria, Yemen, Somalia. We're literally fighting a war against the Houthi rebels in Yemen, who's backed by Iran, who's also a proxy with Hezbollah in Lebanon and Hamas in Gaza. I say all that to say this. These are America's enemies.
Okay.
These are the people shouting death to America that want the downfall of America. Go one more. So this would be 120 to 140, let's say. Okay. Who do you see at number 140?
Palestine.
The Palestinian territories.
Yeah.
And what does it say there?
It says relations are complex, primarily focus on Israeli-Palestine conflict with the U.S. support for peace efforts, but tension over political leadership.
Okay. So, again, 1 through 180, anyone less than 100 is certainly not our friend.
Correct.
Anyone above, let's say 50, are our closest friends.
Right.
All I'm saying is this. If you scroll down just a little bit to see the number.
All the way to 140.
Scroll up so you see the top. I don't know how to put it, so I'm just going to come out and say it. Scroll to that top so you see 141. Palestine is not our friends.
Yeah.
Palestine is technically our enemy. You shouldn't be surprised that Americans, from a policy perspective, are not supporting Palestine. Now, does that mean we want to see death, destruction?
No.
Definitely not. But, America, when they get their grip on a country, they will bomb the out of you.
Right.
But let's not get it twisted. Palestinians aren't our friends.
Yeah.
They are governed by Hamas, which is a terrorist organization. Many call a death cult that believes in Sharia law and believes in the mighty Allah, peace be upon him, that he's guiding all their decisions for death and destruction. Okay. So that's who that is. Now, what I want you to do is, now that we understand who our enemies are, let's go find who our allies are. Now go through 1 through 10.
Okay.
So here's probably going to be the most interesting part of this conversation, because it's going to make you think. It's going to make you think, oh shit, I didn't really
Think about that.
that's got a point here. I'm sort of calling my shot. Here are the top 10 countries, according to ChatGPT. There's other stats that are America's allies, that have the best interests for America. Number 1 is the United Kingdom, strong historical, cultural, and military ties, and a key NATO ally. Then you have Canada.
Right.
Then you have Australia.
Australia.
All basically offshoots of the United Kingdom. They're from Long Live the Queen. Canada, Australia. Then you have Japan, which is a major economic partner and critical military ally in Asia. Then you have Germany, key NATO ally. Then you have France. Then you have South Korea. Then you have Israel, number 8. You have Italy, and you have Netherlands. So now you have Dan Bilzerian basically saying, "Oh, Israel, what the hell do they do for us? Why they take more than they get?" Well, according to ChatGPT, they have a strong military, economic, and political ties with significant U.S. support in regional security. I'll also add to the fact that if you know anything about Israel, their nickname is Startup Nation. They're sort of like the little country that could. In the desert, they basically built up this country since 1948, and they outcompeted, they outworked, outstrategized, outcompeted, and outlasted a lot of their neighbors. And that's what's going on there. They also have
But what about the people on the other
technological
side?
advantages, military, intelligence, finance, loyalty, values. So I'm going to get to your question in 1 second.
Okay.
Here's what's interesting about this, because some people want to say, yeah, but I heard that there was something about the U.S. liberty. Okay. What happened? I don't know. Did something happen? Was there a conflict with U.S.? Was it friendly fire? I don't know. What does the army say? What do people have to say? Let's get to the bottom with that. I'm with you, Dan Bilzerian. If that's a thing that needs to be addressed, let's address it. But do you know, on this list of 10 countries that are our allies, how many countries we've actively been to war against, and they've killed our people and we've killed their people? No, leave it on that thing.
How many?
So here's a little list for you. Look at number 9,
Yes.
Italy.
Italy.
Look at number 5, Germany.
Yeah.
And look at number 4, Japan. In World War II, these were the enemy Axis powers. Don't let me get started on what happened with Germany and the Nazis 75 years ago.
Yeah.
You think we had a little bit of beef with Germany?
Big beef.
Do you ever heard of Pearl Harbor in Japan?
Japan.
Okay. Do you ever hear of Benito Mussolini in Italy, the strongman that was going on in Italy? So these were our full-on enemies, especially Germany. Now they're our number 5 ally.
Oh, interesting.
By the way, number 1 on the list, if we just want to kind of do it for good time's sakes,
UK.
the reason we have a country here in the United States, and we're not just a colony of UK, because we actually fought for our independence against King George and the crown and won our independence. Do you think that kind of had some issues a few years later? Because a few years later, we ended up fighting another war, the War of 1812, against the British again. So what's my point? You could make the case for many of the countries on our allies list. Dude, why the hell are we friends with these guys? What is Germany doing? Do you know how many people that fought in World War II literally are like, no, now we're friends with Germany?
Yeah.
And imagine if they're out there being like, you can't trust the Germans. They're a piece of shit. I can't believe they take more than what they can. You can't trust France. They surrendered. Okay. But these are our allies. Many a times they're our allies because the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So I sent you a list of countries' top enemies, which we'll address. There's a reason that we're embedded with these countries. So it would have been a maps of 2 different countries.
Okay.
Not this one. No, it would have been one of the last things I sent you.
Oh, okay. Give me a second.
So I get it. If you want to question Israel and question, hey, what's going on here? What happened with the U.S. liberty?
Right.
Go for it. But if you're not siding with your ally, that means you're siding with your enemy. So you want to be on team Iran? You want to be on team
These ones?
North Korea? Perfect. So each country has an enemy. Apparently the UK and Argentina have beef. Apparently Saudi Arabia, who we're forming a much stronger relationship with the United States, has beef with Yemen. They're both Arab countries. What do you mean? Oh yeah, that's how that works. France and Algeria have issues. Did you notice that South Korea is one of our top 5 friends?
Yeah.
It's because we have a common enemy of China. Continue on, please.
The enemy of
There would have been like
is
a
my
few more of
friend.
those slides.
Yeah.
So as we carry on, you have more?
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Give me a second.
Okay. So the point that we're getting at is each of these countries is our ally for a reason. I just saw another thing. So
Pakistan,
United States, who's our enemy? Afghanistan. China, India. We probably got to get a little bit closer
My
to India.
Indians.
Cyprus and Turkey. Pakistan and Israel, apparently. Pakistan has beef. Are there more? So every country in the world has enemies. Every country in the world has beef. Every country in the world has to say, yeah, look, I didn't really know that I'd be friends with South Korea.
Yeah.
But yeah, here you go.
Like Armenia.
I have a mutual enemy
Azerbaijan.
of North Korea. So let me kind of work out something with South Korea. Hey, by the way, as an Americans, we're not like, yo, Taiwan, let's do it. No, but we're out there protecting Taiwan
Right.
because we have a mutual enemy, which is
China.
You see how this works?
Yes.
So our number one enemy, some may say, is Iran. Who's Iran's number one enemy?
Israel.
So don't you think we kind of got to have good relationships with the country that is enemies with the country that is literally shouting death to America?
Yeah.
The great Satan of America?
Yeah.
That's how this whole thing works. So Dan Bilzerian, Candace Owens, I hear you. You have objections. You have beefs. You want some answers. Go get the answers. But the answer isn't, hey, let's go kill and eliminate my ally from a policy perspective who is allies with the United States to do what? Empower your enemy? To help Iran? Don't you think that Israel has a little bit more of a vested interest to quell Iran's threats because they're like right down the street in the neighborhood versus us where we're an ocean away? So the short-sightedness of it all is you're not going layers deep, and that's my biggest problem. Oh, Jews, I don't like Jews, so kill the Jews. All right, but why?
Right.
What's going on here? Are you coming to the vault? Oh, what's the vault? You know what the vault? The vault is the ultimate event for entrepreneurs to level up their game and learn from the best in the game. Last year, we had Tom Brady and Mike Tyson, and I said to our CEO, Patrick Bet-David, I said, how are we going to top that? He said, how we're going to top that? How about The Rock? So this year, Patrick Bet-David went out and got Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So he's going to be there along with PBD, the Biz Doc, and me. Yeah, if you want to join us at the Vault Conference, check out thevaultconference.com. It's going down in West Palm Beach, September 4th through 7th. If you want to make more money, improve your business, and expand your network, you have to be at the Vault. We'll see you there. Oh, you like that? Well, if you want to see more of that, check out this clip right here. And if you want even more, check out this clip right here, only on the SOSCAST.